Welcome to Victory in Jesus. I'm Pastor Sharon Doherty, and today I'm joined with Jim and Pam King. They are involved in missions as well as involved in traveling ministry. They've pastored, they are overseers of pastors. And Jim and Pam, you all have also helped us with our Bible school as well at times when you've been able to come in town and teach. Particularly, y'all have taught on marriage and the family. And today, that's what we're going to be talking about. You all, how long have you been married?
37 years.
37 years.
Out there.
Yeah, help me
And
out.
you have a blessed, happy marriage,
Yes.
but I know you could say that you made a commitment.
Right.
We did. We made a commitment, as any couple needs to make, that we were going to work through our difficulties. We've not had a perfect marriage. It's not always been easy sailing. We got married when we were very, very young, so we kind of grew up together. And as we have seen and traveled, we see that the enemy is fighting marriages today.
Yeah.
And one reason is because couples don't go into it with the same commitment that I feel like that we did, that we were going to make it for better, for worse, for richer, or for poor. We've had some of those better days. We've had some of those not so better days that we've had to work through difficult times in our marriage.
Jim, would you say that, just thinking about marriage, how that you've had to grow in your understanding of that?
Absolutely. Success in anything doesn't just fall in your lap. You have to work at it. It requires commitment, as Pam said, and also discipline, to discipline yourself. And of course, a key component of discipline is not being selfish. And we know any successful marriage following Christ's example in Scripture is to love our spouse selflessly and to not be selfish. So it requires, discipline of our own selves and commitment on our parts. And the understanding part of it is, I think, pretty obvious to men and women. We do not think alike. God did not intend us to think alike. He didn't create us for that purpose. He created us to complete one another. So Pam brings thought processes to our marriage that I'm not capable of having, and vice versa. But together, as we dwell together and work to understand one another, marriage gets better as you work at it with that attitude.
Jim, I was thinking about Ephesians chapter 5 is a scripture that you guys are very familiar with as well, but sometimes people use that scripture to beat people up. Sure. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they use it in a wrong way. Give me some thoughts on Ephesians chapter 5, where Paul talks about how wives are to submit to husbands, husbands are to love their wives as Christ loved the church, and just give some thoughts on that.
Okay, I might go first because I believe it